Salvete discipuli. Hello, students. Welcome back. Let's jump right in. Today we're talking about the dative case. All right, dative, in Latin, the word is dativus, and dative comes from dativus, and the word dativus comes from the Roman word do, D-O. Do in Latin means I give. And the dative case is the case of giving. You actually use the word give a lot with the dative case. There's another one that you use a bunch. It's naro, which means I tell. And we'll talk about that more when we do the sentences in the next video. But right now what I want to talk to you about is what is the dative case in English. So let's get the English grammar out of the way. Let's go from what you already know to what you don't know, from English to Latin. Let's talk about how this works in our language, and then I'll show you how it works in Latin. The dative case is, well, we really don't call it the dative case in English. We don't have a dative case in English. What we have in English are indirect objects. I bet you've heard of that before in grammar class. Indirect objects. A direct object, we've already talked about that. Those are accusative case nouns. They receive the action. So, Dad drove the car. What's the subject? Dad. What did he do? He drove. What did he drive? The car. The car received the action. We don't need to go over all that again. You're familiar with it. You're good at it. Let's move on. The dative case is when someone or something receives the direct object. So, let's just jump into some sentences and let me give you an example. In the first one, I just said Dad drove the car. We could change that to Dad gave the car. Now we're all interested. Who's he going to give it to? Hopefully you, right? Dad gave, well, it depends on the car. Actually, I was given a car once. Didn't want it. Anyway, Dad gave the car to my brother. Okay, Dad, subject to the sentence, gave verb. What did he give? He gave the car. And whom did he give it to? He gave it to my brother. Okay, my brother, and I don't have a brother, by the way. My brother is the indirect object because my brother received the direct object. Whatever receives the direct object is the indirect object. This is kind of tedious and complicated, so let's do 5 or 16 more sentences so that you understand what I'm talking about. Just kidding. Okay, Mom gave my sister more chores. Everybody loves that sentence. Who's the sentence about? It's about Mom. What's she doing? She's giving. Verb. What's she giving? Chores. And whom is she giving them to? Not you, right? Your sister. Yeah. Anyway, who gets the chores? Chores is the direct object because they receive the action. They're being given away to somebody. Who gets them? The indirect object. Your sister. Right? Make sense? The police gave the bad citizens some tickets. I'm kidding. Anyway, who's the subject of the sentence? The police. What are they doing? They're giving things away. Everybody's happy. Maybe not. What are they giving away? Tickets. Tickets they're receiving the action, so they're the direct object. To whom do the tickets go? The tickets go to the bad citizens. The bad citizens receive the direct object. They didn't want the direct object in this case, I'm sure, but they got it anyway. They are indirect objects. The indirect object receives the direct object. I want to pound that into your head. I want you to understand that. You got to have it before we go into Latin. Got to understand it in your language first. Let's see, the cows. How about this one? The cows gave the farmer a hard time on Saturday morning. Who's the sentence about? Cows. What are they doing? They're giving. What are they giving? They're actually giving a hard time. Right? That's what they're donating to the poor unfortunate farmer. Who receives the hard time from the cows? The farmer. The cows are the subject, give is the verb, the direct object is the hard time, and who receives the hard time? The farmer. He's the, finish my sentence? I hope you said indirect object. He's the indirect object. What about this one? Matthew foolishly told the aliens all the national secrets. Matthew's the subject of the sentence. Told is the verb. What did he tell? He told all of the national secrets. He told it all. And who did he tell it to? Who received those national secrets? The aliens. Yeah, we're all in trouble now. Should just stop filming and go hide. Except that I don't believe in aliens. So I guess we're good. Stacy told Mom about the island of porcupines. Okay, that was strange. Stacy is the subject of the sentence. What's she doing? She's telling. Verb. What's she telling? She's telling a story, right? The accusative, the direct object, is actually understood in that sentence. She's telling a story about an island. You can make up whatever kind of island you want, like I did, a dumb one. Anyway, the story's about an island, but she's telling the story. So Stacy told Mom the story. Who received the story? If you said Mom, then you know what an indirect object is. Guys, here it is again. A whole bunch of weird sentences, but here it is again. The subject performs the action on the direct object. The indirect object is the person or the thing who gets the direct object. It's very grammatical. I do want you to understand that, and that's why I give you all those sentences. Dad gave the car to my brother. Again, dad subject, gave verb. What did he give? The car. It's the direct object, right? It receives the action. It's moving from one place to the other, and he gave it to my brother. My brother is the indirect object. Okay, now let's go look at this and see how it works in Latin. Valete.